Let's also address some important news because a paralyzed monsoon session of Parliament finally ends today amidst a bitter standoff between the ruling UPA and the BJP. The stalemate on coal block allocation and the bill on quota and promotions completely stalled proceedings. Key bills could not be passed. Which are those and what's the road ahead? Really, Supriya Srini, the policy editor, joins in with more details. Supriya, it's a complete washout. No one expected much business to get done in this session of the Parliament, but this is a huge disappointment, a complete washout.
Oh, absolutely. But, just look beyond the washout now. The monsoon session has ended. The Parliament only meets next on the winter session, and then, of course, the budget session, which is going to be in February next year. If you just look at the road ahead, it gives you a sense of how bitter things are between the ruling alliance and the main opposition, the BJP. So one should not expect much to carry on either in the interim between the monsoon and the winter session of Parliament, or even when the winter session does resume. There are key economic legislations that were on the table this time around: the banking bill, the insurance and the pension bills, the PMLA bill. I mean, all of these the Companies Act, so all of these legislation have really been put on hold. Some of this legislation has been pending for the last 5 to 7 years. It hasn't happened in the monsoon session of Parliament. If you just look at the stalemate in Parliament between the BJP and the government, first on Colgate, then of course on quota, and this of course has to do with the UPA's own allies, the SP and the BSP, at complete loggerheads as far as the OBC quota and that quota and promotions is concerned. It will give you a sense of how bitter politics in New Delhi will be from here on. So I do not think I'm hazarding a guess here when I say that perhaps one should forget about all kinds of economic decision making, the ones that at least involve legislatures. That will not happen, at least because the government is going to be focusing on 10 assembly elections that begin in early 2013. It will then focus on general elections of 2014. One doesn't know what will end the stalemate, but one can get a sense that this stalemate will only get bitter because the opposition is not going to let go of this opportunity. It's a God-sent one. They would perhaps not want to let go of this, and it gives you a sense that it's not just a monsoon session washout. This is how bitter things will be from here on, if at all, of course, this government does continue till May 2014.
Supriya, many thanks for that perspective. Quick break on that note. When we come back, Stock Ideas with C.K. Narayan, Ashwini Gujral and Nitesh Thakkar.
And on Street View at lunch, we'll be joined live by Sonam Udasi of IDBI Capital with a fundamental view on the market. Back in a moment with lots more on the show.